So, I've talked about speed, and I've talked about the hit die of a ship. The hit die of the ships is really low. So the base average health for a Prelude class ship is only 15. And all weapon types, aside from energy, do a D4 of damage. So how does a ship avoid being completely shredded? Armour class. So we talked about it briefly as well when I went over the what a frame gives a ship. The armour class for a Prelude is 0. That's the base armour class. Basically, if a ship drops in and fires on a Prelude, it's going to hit it. It's going to hit it. And so after about four attacks, it's done. 4 to 8 attacks, it's gone. Especially if a ship brings to bear all of its weapon types. But a Prelude has the ability to, the Prelude frame has the ability to install hulls. And a hull gives that ship its bonus to AC. So a Prelude can install 8 hulls. This means if a Prelude decides, if the crew of a Prelude decide to, they could install 8 stone hulls onto the Prelude, which would give it an AC of 24. So you can see where the high AC can help protect a ship from taking that damage. Now it doesn't help if another ship has huge numbers of weapons or a lot of different types of weapons, and you can also see that having multiple types of weapons is more beneficial, because if you have 5 piercing types and 5 bludgeoning and 5 slashing, you've already used at least 15 prefabs just for the weapons, another 15 for the crew's quarters, so you're sitting on 30 prefabs already just for those 3 weapon types. And that gives you a +5, so you have a 1 in 20 chance of hitting a Prelude. But once you hit the Prelude, you're going to take its health down really quickly. So you have your base AC and your hull. So you add the hull to your base AC. Now, another way of adding to that ship's AC is by increasing the ship's speed. So a tug that can increase its speed by 2 will increase its AC by 2. The base AC for a tug is 10, and this represents how small they are. They're hard to hit. So a Prelude is going to get to make, on their turn, up to 3 attacks on this poor little tug. And the tug's only got an average health pool of 3 hit points. So any one of those hits could take it out. By increasing its speed, it's increasing its AC by the same amount as its speed. So a ship that speeds up during combat is going to increase its AC during combat. So I've just really briefly, the 3 ways that you increase your AC: by the frame's base AC, the hull that gets installed, and the speed of the current speed of the ship.